before starting the technical detail about the what is the SHSRC and what is its role, and specifically in terms of the health system strengthening, I will be starting with that. Still, this institute is the new institute yet to complete its infanthood. Last July, I think it was 9th of the July, no, sir? It was 9th of the July. It came into this concept, came into on file on 21st of the July. An executive order for the formation of this institute has taken place. So still it is 12 months to go. And this institute is presently, the name is, there is a resource, but it is a name in term, word in the name, but it has no resource. It is as of now, it is functioning with the support of the, basically attached with the institute SIHFW, and through our placenta of SHRC is attached with the SIHFW, and through SIHFW presently SHSRC is functioning. So that is the one thing. And now we are in the stage of the formation. It is an autonomous institute over the long period of a time, so that it will and become from presently working as a cell. Once it will become autonomous, it will become the Center Autonomous Institute, which is named as a center, actually center. So this is about the brief about the background of the SHSRC. Second thing is health system strengthening. When it was said that health system strengthening, when the presentation was made by the Bakshi sir and other people, Dr. Narayan Gaonkar, something has come into my mind. So we all people are as such conversant with the word system, and particularly when it comes to the health system post COVID era, I think we all have now realized the role of the health system as a whole, because we know that it is not possible, though it may be in an apex institute like an AIIMS, it is not possible individually it can fight any types of the health problem which is affecting community at a large. So in the health system, the role of each and every person, it starts from the field functioning, working in the field, to the apex institute. I think they have to work as a system. Not only that, the system which is functioning vertically in the government system, but along with the government system there are the other private systems also functioning. They have to come into and work in collaboration with, or in contact with each other, in tandem with each other, so that at least then and then we can make the dent in the COVID pandemic. But what is the true for the COVID is also true for the as a whole health as well. So if we have to deal with the health problem, if holistically if we have to manage it, definitely health system has to function, starting from field functionaries to the apex institute in the government system, and government system to the private system. So though everything has to work in tandem with that. And that is the purpose of, I think, and these two things are there. One is the system, and another term is the strengthening. When we are talking about today's work. So I think we should first of all know what is the system, and we have understood that in system there are different stakeholders are there, which are the institutes, which are as such close institute working independently, but they have to work with each other as a system. And we all as a medical people, we are from the day one of our medical education, we have been taught about this system. We just have the understanding about the nervous system and the respiratory system and the other systems we have. Similarly, but we are at least convergent that every organ independently important, but definitely they have to work in tandem with each other. So we all are very much knowing the importance of how it is important to work along with the different institutes. Here one institute SIHFW is there, another institute so SHSRC is there, but other 29 institutes from are there, and these are altogether 31 institutes I think present in this, or we are envisaging the 31 institutes will be working towards some common goal and objective, ultimately strengthening the health system and improving the overall health of the people. So how this relationship between these 31 partners stakeholders should be there. So I think when health system hello. So when two people of the interaction or relationship built.
Second is will be their competitive. They will have the competition with each other. My college will be, I will be the superior than him, or my institute will be superior than him. Third will be coordinating. So they will be or cooperative. They will be cooperate with each other, and will be seeing that at the end they both will be having the win-win type of the situation. Fourth will be coordinating type. They are working, but they are working in coordination. They are working independently, but many times they are working in coordination. That is, some rhythm develops, and ultimately, in rhythmic manner, they are achieving something good thing. And the fifth is the collaborative, where when the two institutes or the people or two institutes or 31 institutes, if we are talking over here, when they are working in collaborations, then it becomes 1 + 1 = 11, and that is the collaborative. So why I think purpose of this today's when we are talking about health system strengthening, calling with each other. So from the morning different presentation I heard, so it made me realize that the ultimate purpose of today's workshop or discussion will be there to develop this relationship between 31 institutes. It is not that SIHFW is a state institute and they are dictating and telling you something, or SHRC is state institute and they are doing. In itself 30, I think other 29 medical colleges itself, they are like a son, having the huge resources. They are the knowledge hub. Apex institutes in the health system in terms of the knowledge and skills when we are talking about the medical science. So how this piggybacking can be happen through the collaborative relation, developing collaborative relationship for the strengthening health system. And definitely when we are talking about the health SIHFW, then definitely one of the collaboration in one agenda is the training or capacity building. And when we are talking about the SHSRC, one of the agenda is definitely research and other technical areas. So how we can develop the collaborative relationship between these institutes, people who are really bubbling with you or having the treasure of the knowledge and skills, how that can be roped in, collaborated, and can ultimately Gujarat health system can be strengthened, that we can think about. So in this context, how the relationship between the state health system resource center, collaborative relationship can be developed. That with that objective I am making my presentation and try to give the idea what is this new institute which is in the formational stage, and how you can contribute the goal and objective, one of the goal and objective of the health system, and strengthen it with the ultimate objective or goal of the strengthening the or improving the health of the people and strengthening state's health system. It is a technically advisory institute actually, state health system, SHSRC. And it is not the first institute in the India country. Actually there is a National Health System Resource Center in the Government of India under the NHM, which is functioning as a technical advisory institute. Similarly, there are number of the states which have developed the State Health System Resource Center in their state as a state level technical advisory institute to the health or implementing wing of the state health team. In the similar line, in Gujarat also it was thought about that we can have the State Health System Resource Center, and last year it started. It definitely envisages to act as a think tank for the state health department. It is not an implementing agency again, so it is acting, thinking about technical thinking, developing thinking about, and give the advice, give these technical guidelines, suggestions to the state health team, so that they can ultimately, based on that, whatever the recommendations, suggestions received from, can take it forward for the ultimately better implementation of the health system, or in other terms we can say that improving the effectiveness and the efficiency of the functioning of the health system. These are the two other terms I would like to say. So basically it provides the technical support. What last two words I have said, that effectiveness and efficiency of the health system, and that is the ultimately two form or result of the strengthened health system. So basically its vision and mission of the SHSRC is to facilitate health system strengthening of Gujarat with focus and improvement of the health outcomes in the people of Gujarat. Again, it is not the institute which can strengthen it is just facilitators with this all the developing the collaborations between various institutes and providing technical support. That is its role is the facilitator. Ultimately improving the effectiveness, efficiency by technical support, what we have talked about. So I will not go into now detail. And what major 4 areas that State Health System Resource Center is envisaged to function or work on, and that is the policy and planning. And technical support. These are the 3 important areas. So developing health policies, supporting the planning of the state's planning. It may be NHM planning or state planning. So these important areas that providing technical support for particular different divisions or the programs are there. So these are key important area that it is functioning. Then is the data mining and evidence generation, or health informatics, I will be saying. So lots of secondary data are being generated as a part of the health programs, implemented health programs, delivery of the services at medical hospital level, hospitals. So how this analysis of this data can be carried out and can have some evidences based on this data. So that is the second area where we are envisaging the SHSRC will function and generate the evidences and give some insight about what service delivery or health system functioning about. Best practices, documenting best practices, promoting innovations, and piloting such types of the innovations and best practices, and ultimately disseminating it and helping in scaling up these best practices. So that is the third important area that we are in research. We will be functioning as SHRC will look after and facilitate, because there is no need to have to reinventing the wheel, and we are very intelligent people are there even at the innovative ideas. So we have to pick up these innovative ideas, document it properly. It may be by the ASA or it may be in medical college, hospital at that tertiary level. Whatever the best practices the particular institute may have made, we have carried out. We will be trying to see that, document it, and have the dissemination among the people, and we facilitate so that other institute can take up. So based of every corner can be made the universal practice. Best practices can be made the universal practices, you can say. And of course, research, studies, and evaluation of the health programs. So that is one of the most key important areas. And here, I think the role of these two institutes become why collaboration we are talking about the health system syndrome. As a medical college, we are talking with the SIHFW and SHSRC. One is definitely about the education, another is about the research. And your medical college is medical college is MER, Medical Education Research. So I think definitely goals are matching, and that's why in fact collaboration is definitely very important.
so that together we can make the difference. So these are the functioning based on this. Just I will listed down quickly, read it out because already I have explained in the last previous slide that prepare various health policies as per the need and relevance of the state and support health system in planning. These are the two important activities to generate evidences, information to guide health system for developing planning and strategies, to promote innovation initiatives and facilitate change for improving effectiveness and efficiency of health system, to develop guidelines, modules, protocols for implementation of various health programs and providing an ongoing technical support to state and district level implementing various health programs in the state, and to document best practices to support institutional memory and facilitate scaling up of them in other parts of the state, and to undertake evaluation assessment of various health schemes, program, operational in research in the state of Gujarat and recommended corrective actions. Like joint review mission last year, in fact, it was carried out, which is like common review missions carried out by the NHM. So State Health System Resource Center is envisaged that they will be carrying out such types of the research or the missions for the evaluation and assessment of health skills and functions. But Health Resource Center, how it will functioning? It doesn't mean it will be having the pool of the people at the functioning at the higher. They will be employed and functioning for these all the activities. It will be having facilitators in the office only. It may be executive director to the project officer. So it doesn't mean that the executive director is the most intelligent and the brightest people who can guide and the health system. But he is the facilitator, and he will, as an institute or the team SHSRC will identify the brilliant mind, excellent and institute, and collaborate with, get ideas, informations from them, collate it, and as per the need of the, will align with the government health system and recommend, put forward to the health system. That in nutshell how it is envisaged that SHSRC will be not the intelligent institute, but it will be the facilitated institute and have the pool of the intelligent people, interact with the intelligent people. And that's why it will regularly interact, meeting and consult with all the stakes of the health system, right from ASA to the Dean of the medical colleges. So it will interact and will try to have the ideas and knowledge from them. Consultation and organize consulting meeting workshop with experts of each thematic area. Collect information, data triangulation I talked about, and carrying out the special studies if required. It can be also hire the services of external consultant agencies, institute for short-term or long-term assignment of the project and research. It can pilot implementation of the innovative ideas with the support of the health system, already health managers, and act as a nodal agency to coordinate and act as a technical lead agency with medical colleges, various academic and research institute organizations. In other terms, it will be act as a bridge or the facilitator between the experts outside of the health system or the within the health system and the implementers in the health system management. So how HSSRC we are envisaging will be functioning. Thrust areas are definitely health system as a whole is there, NCD, NVPDC, all the health programs we will be saying that RMNC plus and other communicable disease, public health problems like epidemiological studies and health system we have talked about. So these are the important thrust areas, and specifically in the morning already Bakshi sir has told and the Dr. Narayan has also talked about the operational research, etc. I am talking about in terms of the operational research and the thrust areas are other than. So these are the health system, planning, policy, health management, capacity building, continuity of the care, advocacy, communication, social mobilization, demand generation, monitoring, evaluation, surveillance, quality improvement, IT in the health economics and management, public-private partnership. So these are the cross-cutting areas with the different health programs. You'll be saying that. So these are the thrust areas. So it covers basically all. But this thrust area will be working for, this thrust area will be having the operational research. I will be talking about later on. Before that, just will quickly give so far in this 1 year of the 11-month period, what we have, so far we have done it. We have prepared an induction module for the medical officer in collaboration with the SIHFW. Though we are the same institute as such part of there, but ultimately two will be long term will be instituted, so that's why I have mentioned. Otherwise, working it basically with the as an SHRC, presently working with the SHFW only. So we have prepared the induction module. It is now going to be released. Develop some guideline advisory for COVID. And fortunately, unfortunately, we will be saying that because of this COVID, large activities we have been as in technical activities, SHSRC has been given the responsibility. So it has developed experts committees to take task force develop. So we have been involved in the developing various guidelines and advisory for the COVID, right from the day one when COVID epidemic was there in the state. So it develop clinical guideline, it may be hospital setup guideline, some advisory for the home quarantine, some other health care workers, what to do in testing guidelines, etc. These different guidelines. So we have to, with the consulting with different experts, we have tried to make it into the form of the government's advisory or guideline format and got it approved with the competent authorities and released it. Coordinating research on the COVID with various institutes, what Bakshi sir was talking about, that in fact there are number of the COVID research activities. As of now, in fact, number of the COVID research activities are going on right from CM office, I think I will be saying that, to the commissioner level. All are very much interested in pushing the agenda of the research, and these all are the administrators. No one is the, actually I will be saying that, the academicians, but they are realizing importance of the research, and they are pushing the research, and they are regularly reviewing it also. So I think this is a good opportunity, and around the number of the research as a multicentric research identified by the group of the experts, and it has been already shared with you all people through the SHSRC with the approval of the research committee, which is formed as a part of the this research activities. You must have received it. Besides that, in fact, we are also collecting collecting the information, sharing this information to the higher offices, and I think yesterday only we have reviewed it. Around 76 types of the research are happening, different topics of 76, and as such, state has only 11 or 14 research they have. State government has promoted, but I think you all people have started taking it up, and we are collating this information and sharing it. This thing. One of the most important research I think was there, which is the genetic genome types of the research, and CM himself was reviewing it, and it has given a very good name to the state, because we are the one of the few states which has carried out the genome of this declared the genome sequence of this COVID, and now I think we are collecting more than 400 samples, and they must have all the students I think must have been contacted for that, and they have collected this sample also. So around 400 and with different areas and the different categories of the cases it has been identified. So these types of the research too, knowledge, practice, KAP types of the research is also there. So more than practically around 19 institutes so far actively in the loop, and more than 76 different types of research topics are happening on the COVID. So definitely lots of work is happening, and we are just coordinating these activities. There is the coordinating state task force. The government has formed the state task force. So as an SHRC, we are coordinating with them, and this one of the important mandate of this state task force is to have the short-term to mid-term and long-term plan. So what is as a part of our responsibility is that planning the health system for the COVID. At the same time, we have to submit the report of the planning of the health system, short-term, mid-term, and long-term, to the government in the consultation with this task force. So that is the health is a part of health system strengthening, you can say. So that types of the activities also we are involved in. Data informatics and data analysis, whatever the data are available, we are analyzing. We are analyzing the information from the other states and the countries, and where the state is standing in terms of the various indicators of the COVID. That is already we are sharing, and these informations on daily basis, right from commissioner to the CM, this is being presented information to these offices. So that it is not the secondary data, but it is largely where we are comparing our states, comparison of our state with the other states, national level and the world level. That types of the data analysis we are carrying out and working on, as Madhak sir has already said, that we are training Gujarat training policy, and Gujarat State Training Standards with the SIHW. We have started before just COVID, and because of the COVID, that it was the halt was there. Now we have to again resume that activities in collaboration with the SIHW. So these are the activities as a society we are doing and looking forward to carry forward relationship with medical colleges largely for the operational research. And what we are looking for, as most of you people are knowing that in operational research, as Bakshi sir said, that there is a system for the inviting the proposal from the medical colleges under the RNTCP or now NTEP, and they are sanctioning it, and operational research is being carried out. This time, this year also, some fund, though it may be a small fund, but it has been, but larger than what it is under the RNTCP, has been earmarked. It is earmarked with the efforts of Madhak Sahab and Principal Secretary Madam. It has been lump sum amount has been approved under the this PIP. We have put this submission for the approval for developing as a utilizing it for operational research, carrying out what the thrust area I have just elaborated earlier. And this we are expecting by 30th of June approval from that. Then based on that we'll be formatting the state level research committee, and then we'll be inviting the research from the medical colleges. So we'll be writing all the dean office, and particularly being the operational research, the health system, the role of the community medicine department has really very important. So we'll be inviting by 15th of the August will be proposal, but informal invitation is definitely now it is there. So you can think about the small operational research types on the first areas, which can be submitted, which will be approved by the state research committee on the health system operational research. Will be then scrutinizing in them. Out of them identified based research will be having the 3 days workshop. And in this 3 days workshop will be finalizing this research proposal, and will be approving, getting it approved from the competent authorities, higher offices, and will be by end of this 31st of the March, we will expecting that this research will be completed and the findings will be shared with the state health manager. So that is the role or what we are expecting, collaboration relationship with the medical colleges and specifically PSM department as a whole. So this is the how we can together work and collaborate and give some evidences with the ultimate goal and achievement of the strengthening the goal of the strengthening health system. So I was just one, as I have told about that, we will be expecting that your support in terms of the operational research for the health system. Besides that, with medical colleges, people are having number of the experts. So we will be forming different experts committee as and when as the need will be arising from the health system side for maybe maternal health, maybe child health, maybe some other communicable epidemiology or something like, or so we'll be requesting to, because ultimately experts are there in the field. It is not in SHRC. Expertise are not in the SHRC. I am saying we are the facility. Expertise in the medical colleges. So we are also, besides that, your supports will be and requesting that you can give your expertise. We can have the form the committee. You can give feedback, which we can collect and can share with the state health department. These are two important expectations from the medical college side for state health system strengthening. So thank you very much.